Yo, what's going on, people? So lately I've been seeing, I mean, I'm not going to really make this live only about this, but lately I've been seeing a lot of people being exposed. A lot of YouTubers pertaining to Shopify. I don't want to say being exposed, because at the end of the day, the people that's trying to expose these people, they don't have like a real proof, but it's pretty hectic right now. This is like a subject that's really buzzing, and this is something that, this is one of the reasons why I always say that, if you're following someone, what's going on, Ice? This is why I say, if you're following someone on social media, let's say when it comes to Shopify, if you're following someone when it comes to Shopify and like a guru, just before you invest your money in that person, you really want to make sure that that person is going to give you value. Yo, what's going on, Blake? You want to make sure that person is not only giving you value, but you feel comfortable. You feel like, you're not going to be wasting your money on that person, because, like I said, I've been bumping into a lot of videos where people are trying to expose other Shopify gurus. And I'm pretty sure if you're in Shopify, especially as a newbie, or if you're trying to learn more about Shopify, I'm pretty sure you bumped into these videos already. I mean, this is one reason why, like, I could go ham with the videos and post up every day. And of course, some titles may be clickbait or whatever it is. But one thing that I always make sure that I do is that I always try my best to give as much value. Sometimes I give so much value that I would have some Shopify guru people. Sometimes I had one or two people reach out to me, like telling me like, hey bro, I like your material, but you give out a lot. And I'm like, what? Like, what's wrong with giving out a lot? And not only that, I remember I had a student that I was working with. I'm not gonna mention this Shopify guru name, but he ended up purchasing. Let me just send. Hold up, someone $75 in cash app. Hold up, we'll talk about that. So yeah, I'm working with a student, and next thing you know, he told me that he purchased a $2,000 or was it a $3,000 Shopify course? I don't know, but he purchased it from this very well-known guru, and he ended up not getting much value from it, to the point where I'm looking at his stuff, the back office of his stuff and the way his stuff is set up, and I'm like, man, like, why is your stuff looking like this? Like, what's the concept behind it? Like, how did you get this method? And they mentioned the person name, like, yeah, I've been watching his course, and I'm like, holy shoot, like, this is like, if you really do Shopify, if you're a person who is really making money from Shopify, I mean, like I said, everybody has a different method, the method that I'm doing, I'm not the only one that does it, but not everyone does it. Someone taught me a strategy to the point where I was able to not only, benefit from it, but there's little stuff that I see that I could do here and there with that same strategy too, that same method. But yeah, unfortunately, that's why, like I said, I always try to promote to people, before you invest in someone, make sure that you definitely do your research on them, so you won't feel like you're wasting your money or you getting scammed. And this is one thing, I try to be as truthful as I can. Well, I'm always as truthful as I can, you know, when I'm doing my videos. You know, I always tell people, even when I have one-on-one calls with people, I tell them, like, you know, the stuff that you watch on YouTube, it's people are only going to show you 10% of the stuff that they do, you know, especially, like, I'm going to tell you right now, like 10 times out of 10, if you find someone that's in the Shopify niche that is posting up videos on YouTube, it's definitely their way of online marketing too. You understand? Because I have some close friends that's making. Okay, cool, no problem, man. I have some friends that's making like 6 figures. I'm talking about 6 figures a month, 7 figures a month. I'm talking about mind blowing, and they're not on YouTube. They're not on YouTube. They don't do any courses. They don't do any of that. And sometimes I'm trying to force them to go on YouTube. I'm like, man, like with this type of results, like you should be on YouTube giving value, you know, like, and the thing is, people love seeing those large numbers. People love seeing that, you know. That's why you see a lot of, you know, a lot of YouTubers, their titles will be on some, like, you know, learn how I made 0 to 100,000 in a week or something like that. Me, honestly, I try not to give those unrealistic, like, you know, stuff. Like, for example, when I did my video for the broad that was doing very well for me, you know, when I was doing the broad that was doing very well for me, that was about, I posted up saying, you know, how I made, I think it was 56K, I'm not too sure, but it was 56K within 60 days, you know. Of course, all of it, when you see those numbers too, like when you see people saying they made 100K, remember, all of this is not profit. That's another thing, you know. This is not 100% profit. Well, most of the time, at least for me. Let me just talk for myself. You know, this is not profit, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the video as well that it wasn't 100% profit. You know, the numbers are great, but it wasn't 100% profit. And I feel like when you miss out these little details, it could seem deceiving to someone that's watching it. That's why I let people know, like, Shopify is not easy and it's not hard. You know, as long as you can find the right person to definitely mentor you. You know, I always tell people, like, sometimes people will ask me, hey, Chris, how much products did you test before you find the winning product? You know, I tell people, listen, like, there's not an exact number. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you, hey, if you test 7 products this week, you have to find one. Like, that's going to make, like, no, it don't go like that. I will have students that I will work with that within their second product that they test, that end up being, you know, that product that's doing great for them. And I have others, it's not until we finish our coaching, and like 2 weeks later, I had I had a student where after our 5-week coaching, it wasn't until the 3rd week after the coaching that he found a winning product, and he used the same strategies that I taught him in my coaching to start scaling up the store until he's making about 1,002K a day. You know, of course, that's just in rev, that's not in profit, but still, you know, it still making 1,000, 2,000 a day, to the point where he kept on scaling. You know, I tell people, I'm not going to sell you hopes and dreams. I'm not gonna make you feel like, yo, if you work with me, like, your problems is over, because now, in case while you're working with me, you don't get the results that you wanted to get, you know, in case you don't get that, you know, I'm very confident in what I teach. I'm very confident in my work. I'm very confident in the knowledge that I do have, you know, in my field, you know, of Shopify. But, you know, there's certain stuff that you really can't promise people. And I always try to work on people mindset, especially as they're getting into, you know, my coaching or whatever it is, or even when I'm talking on YouTube, you know, I always try to get into people mindset and make you understand what exactly you're doing. Like, Shopify is not some type of get rich scheme. If you jump into it right now, then you're gonna get money. You know, that's why I realize that a lot of people, a lot of newbies give up. A lot of newbies give up because they get into it thinking it's gonna be so quick and easy. Then when they don't get the results that they're seeking for, then it's like, okay, this stuff is fake. You know, the thing about it, remember, the YouTubers that you see, I'm not gonna say all of them. I'm not gonna say 100%. You know, but you know, a large percent of the YouTubers that you see that's talking about Shopify, you know, on YouTube, remember, they're slash online marketers, you know, and I'm putting myself in this mix too, slash online marketers, right? Because at the end of the day, we're still giving you value, but of course, there's something that's behind that value too. If you want more value, hey, you know, this is how you can work and whatever. But it's not that we're being fake. Well, I mean, like I said, I can't speak for everyone, you know. And remember, as a online marketer, and for anyone who is interested in getting into online marketing, yeah, anyone who's anyone who's in online marketing or interested in getting online marketing, remember, one of your job when you're doing online marketing is to show what you're doing is easy. That's your job, is to paint this picture that is easy, you know? And that's how you attract people. You paint this picture as is easy, but you know, of course, you have some people who won't tell you the roadblocks and stuff that they went through. You know, I let people know from the gates that, hey, listen, I have success in Shopify now, but it didn't come like overnight. 2015, I jumped on Shopify. After a whole month of thinking I knew what I was doing, I gave up because I really didn't know. I thought it was easy too. I bumped into people that was doing well. Actually, I knew someone like my friend. Like, I'm pretty sure a couple of you guys, or probably a good handful of you guys, know Keders. You know, Keders, this is like my mentor. Like, I had full access to Keders, but still, I was still trying to learn it by myself. You know, I was still trying to, you know, even though, yeah, I could have reached out to him, but I still feel like, you know what, I'm not going to, yeah, he's a savage. I feel like I don't want to, just because he's my friend, I'm not going to try to like milk him in a way where, you know, pause on that. I'm not going to try to, you know, get him to, you know, spend time with me, showing me, you know, this stuff when there's people actually pulling money out their pocket, you know, for his time. And I know if I would have called Keders and be like, Keders, can you sit down and work with me? He wouldn't have no problem doing it, but that's just how I am. You know, this is just how I move. But like I said, I was testing. I test 4 products, no lie. I test 4 products within that month, take my time doing $5 a day on ads or whatever it is. And I gave up, and I made sure that I made that my first video, explaining to people that this wasn't easy. I'm not going to make you feel like, yo, if you jump on Shopify, you're going to be making $100K for the year. No, it doesn't happen like that, you know? And like I said, it sucks when I see people giving up. And the only reason why they're giving up is because they want the success to happen so fast. They want to get the results so quickly that I try to tell them, remember, you're trying to build a business, you know? I don't want you to think that you're going to jump on Shopify right now and next week you're going to be making thousands of dollars, you know? Budget plays a major part in it. If you think, I'm telling you right now, if you think you could only spend, or you're only going to spend $50 for the week, not even $50. I know people who only spend like a good $30 for the week on ads. If you think you're only going to spend $30 on ads for the week and you're going to find that one product that's going to go crazy for you, I'm telling you right now, it's a slim possibility. Not saying that it can't happen. Not saying it can't happen, but these are the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, and when you ask somebody, like I will ask somebody like, hey, you know, like I will sit down with people and they tell me, hey, they're not getting any results on Shopify or whatever it is, and I'll ask them, okay, how much money you spent on ads for the month? And you have people telling me, I just spent $70. I'm telling you right, like, This is the type of stuff I'm talking. Like, I don't want you to think $70 is about to just explode for you. And you're giving up after spending $70, you know? I know that, you know, for some that may be too much. You know, exactly. I know for some $70 may be too much. $70 may be too little, but I guarantee you that if one great example that one great lesson that I learned during the time when I went in the ending of 2016, right, entering 2017, when I finally got my break on Shopify, right? Keder invited me to go to a mastermind in Orlando, Florida. This was going to be my first mastermind. Never been to a mastermind before. And I was asked, how much is it? He said it's $3,000. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, for me, even though, yeah, I was making, you know, $900,000, $700,000 a day, you know, on Shopify. Remember, this is not profit. This is just revenue. But I still had a very high profit margin for the product that I was selling. But he told me $3,000. He was like, I'm telling you right now, if you invest in this, man, like, it's going to expand your mindset. It's gonna definitely help you grow in your business and stuff. And I was still a little bit scared to spend that $3,000. You know, I never, like I said, I didn't have that business mindset. I didn't look at it as, oh, I'm investing money in myself. I didn't look at it like that at all. So long story short, before that time came, it was a February mastermind. I was in Florida like around like January talking to Keder, and I was out in Florida because I was trying to get some personal training with Keder with one of my buddies, right? So while we're in Florida, we're in Orlando, and while I'm with Keder was like, hey guys, tomorrow I'm going to Miami. Do you guys want to come with me? Mind you, we didn't bring any type of fancy clothes to chill or anything. We was just coming just so we could, you know, sit down with Keder for 3 days. And of course we said yes. We was like, hell yeah, we'll go to Miami with you. You know, while we're in the car, and we end up driving to Miami. I think it was a 4-hour ride. And while we're in the car, Keder is just on the phone working, closing deals for the whole ride. Keder ended up making a good little change by the time we got to Miami. But while we was out there, Keder's looking at me and my buddy was like, man, you guys are looking fresh, man. Like, and this is just to show you how afraid that we could be when it comes to investing in ourselves or investing in our business, like really investing in our business. And Keder goes, man, like, how much you spend on your outfit? He looks at my boy and said, how much you spend on your outfit? He was like, oh man, yo, this is like $600. I spent, you know, we're bragging. He looks at me, how much you spend? I'm like, you know me, just a little $400, nothing crazy, whatever, right? We ended up going to a restaurant, eat, and this is something that you can even look up on Facebook. If you're following Keder on Facebook, all three of us is eating at this restaurant, and the bill comes for $1,015, right? Keder was gonna pay for it at first, but my boy, he was feeling himself for the day. He ended up telling Keder, like, yo, don't worry about it. I got this. When he went inside to go pay the bill, he came back and he looked depressed. And I asked him what happened. He ended up telling me that he paid $1,015 for our lunch or dinner, whatever it was, right? So that was just another crazy thing too. But as we was walking, and like I said, if you want to see that receipt, go on my boy Keder on Facebook, and you will see that receipt inside of his picture somewhere. This is like from last year. He even did a vlog about it. But while we was out there, and Keder, as we walking with Keder, and Keder was like, Chris, how much money are you spending on Facebook ads right now? And I'm like, you know, I'm spending like 100 and something. And remind you, I'm spending 100 and something on Facebook ads a day. And during that time, I think I was making like 1,000, like close, you know, 1,000, close to $1,000 a day. And same thing for my buddy Mike. And he was like, yo, why don't you guys, you know, invest more money into your Facebook ads? And I'm like, you know, I'm a little bit afraid. Mind you, we're making like, like in profit, we're getting probably like $600, $500, you know, a day, you know? And And Keders over here, like, he's really trying to make us like get into this, you know, like mindset of, you know, investing in ourselves and stop being afraid. And he was like, okay, so you guys are not putting any more money. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But he looks at Mike and said, yo, how much did you spend on your outfit again? Mike was like, yo, this is like $600. I told you, bro. Like, I spent $200 on the shoot, whatever. Then he looks at me, asks me the same question, answer him. Then he was like, okay, and how much is, he was like, yeah, I went to the mall, right? He was like, yeah. He was like, how much is those stores gonna give you back? For the money that you spent in the store, how much are they going to send you back? It's like, yo, they're not sending us anything. Like, the money's for them. They're not giving us anything. He was like, okay. So, okay. He was like, yo, Mike, how much did you just pay for our lunch right now? And my boy Mike is like, come on, man. You know, I just spent $1,015. Like, you know, and mind you, Mike was stressed just thinking about that $1,015. And Kato goes, okay, all right, cool. So how much is the restaurant going to give you guys back? And he was like, yo, we're not getting nothing back. It's lost. And he was like, now imagine the same way that you was willing to spend that $600 or $400 in the mall without thinking twice, give them the money and walk away with whatever bag you have or whatever it is. And the same way that you walked up inside of that restaurant, even though you didn't want to pay that $1,000 bill, you still paid it and you walked away. And in your mindset, you're probably like, okay, I'm going to make it back or whatever. Why can't you use that same energy inside of your business? Why can't you use that same energy inside of your ads? Why can't you wake up today and say, yo, you know what? I'm gonna spend that $1,000 on Facebook ads today, or I'm gonna spend that $1,000 on, you know, investing in a mentor or whatever it is. Like that $300. And I'm not gonna lie to you, during those 3 days that I was with Kato, that was like one of the biggest lessons that I got from him. And that was really investing in yourself, investing in your business. Because immediately once we left to go back to Orlando, like I said, I was spending about like $100 and something on ads for a high ticket product that I had. And long story short, I end up going home and I think I bumped up my ad spend to like $300, $200. I'm not too sure on the exact math, but Cater ended up putting this on Facebook Live, showing my results for the day, and I made like close to $3K for the day after I bumped up my ad spend. But I'm not, and I don't want you to think like, oh, I just bumped it up, and after that, like boom, like money just flew out, whatever. There's still a process to it, you know. The same way that there's a process to trying to find that perfect product. I mean, or, you know, that winning product, then, you know, there's a process to scaling it so it can make $1,000 and $3,000 a day. It doesn't happen overnight, you know? So I feel like this is one of the reasons why a lot of people right now is starting to try to pull a lot of Shopify guru you know, cards right now, you know? Like one thing, you know, for the people who do follow me like religiously, as you can see, is that like I'm not a person. If I was chasing for subscribers, if I was chasing for a whole bunch of likes and stuff, I would be posting up videos just as much as anyone out there. And I'm not trying to say that that's what they're seeking, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like a person like Dan De Silva, yo, he's a savage. This guy really knows what he's doing. You know, I love his material. You know, Kater, you already know. Like I'm not gonna lie, those are one of the top two people that, you know, I really appreciate when it comes to how they really do their work. And these guys, you know, I could tell you right now, they're real. When it comes to anybody else, not saying that they're not. I mean, I don't really watch YouTubers at all. I don't want to try to, you know, sometimes you want to feel like your content is genuine, you know. And if anybody who follows me, you know, I try to be as genuine as I can be. This is nothing like a script. You know, I'm jumping on live to really show people. Like, I don't be trying to like jot down a whole bunch of notes, trying to see if it makes sense before I jump on here and start trying to give you guys value, you know. That a lot of people's getting their cards pulled. I'm not searching, or I'm not crying for subscribers. I could care less. I would have people even tell me, some of my subscribers would tell me like, Chris, like, for the type of value that you give, like, man, like you should have like a whole lot of subscribers than what you have right now. And that's the thing. I'm not chasing that. I'm just trying to give value from a genuine place. You know, I'm just trying to be as clear, as calm as possible. You know, I'm not out here trying to be like, oh, like the top Shopify guru. No, I'm just a person who do Shopify, and I'm getting great results, and I just want to help others get great results too. But I'm not trying to go crazy, trying to sell a whole bunch of courses, trying to, like, that's not something that as you can see, even most of my videos, I rarely end my videos with, oh guys, make sure you get into my course. Like, no. The only time you will find me mentioning like me, like having courses or whatever it is not until maybe if I would have a lot of people that would ask me questions like, hey Chris, do you offer this and that? And I'll be like, yo, you know what? Let me mention this inside of my video so people know that I do have services that I do offer. But I'm not chasing that. I'm not money hungry for a whole bunch of people to get into my stuff. And before you know it, you know, it could either make or break you. But let me see some of these chats. I'm just over here talking. Okay, for Ice, it says, someone asked me to send $75 in Cash App for a course about MCA. I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's anyone to trust on MCA that's killing it that I personally know, is Keders. And I know his, you know, if you, matter of fact, if you sign up with MCA under Keders, mind you, I'm an MCA too. This is just to show you I am not chasing, you know, people like that. I'm forwarding traffic to Keders right now. But if you're trying to get into MCA, and like I said, this is someone that I know personally, I see these results with my own 2 eyes from Keders. Keders is a savage on MCA. If you sign up under Keders, you'll also get access to his free course. That's only if you sign up under him on MCA. If you're in MCA and you're not signed up under him, I think his course is going for like $297. You know what? I should probably become an affiliate to his product because I'm definitely giving him some exposure right now. But all I can say is I don't know about this $75 in Cash App, Ice. I don't know about that, bro. I will probably go with somebody like Keders. Like, he's a savage on it. Okay, Eb, I'll definitely check out my email when I get a chance. Hey, Amar, what's going on? Hold up, I don't know if I remember you, man. I talk to a lot of people, bro. You're gonna have to remind me a little bit. Struggling with my first sell. Oh, I think I know more. Okay. I think I know you. Can you give me some tips? How do you test products? Is branding important? Yeah, solid tips from you. All right, cool. I mean, we could definitely get into that as well. No, let me see. You should legit have a cool. I should have 50K subscribers, right? I know, man. Did you take the full? Yeah, it actually did. It took the 480 days. Like, these guys, they held my money. PayPal definitely held it for 180 days. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be straightforward and truthful with you right now. I just recently jumped back on PayPal. And with the Shopify store too. I know I'm trying to use a different strategy. Hopefully, yeah, actually, I think they can. Canadians, I think is for MCA is Canadian and the US only. But yeah, like, I'm actually using MCA. I'm actually using PayPal right now, and the way how I'm doing it is that I'm trying. I have a team that's really on top of customer service right now when it comes to PayPal. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to PayPal, remember PayPal, they're not for businesses. they're not made for businesses. I don't care what anybody say. They're not for us. They're for the people. They're for the customers. Because someone could come inside of your store right now and spend $500 cleaning your store. And all that customer has to do is tell PayPal that either they never received it or they wasn't the one that actually purchased it. You know, customer always wins with PayPal. You know, one thing that I do, like sometimes when I do get a chance to receive those customer complaints, you know, with people saying, hey, I haven't received my product yet or whatever it is, I want a refund. As soon as they say I want a refund, I don't even argue with them. Like, as soon as they say I want a refund, I don't actually give them like a refund through PayPal. I will make them pull back their dispute. I make them pull back the dispute, and I tell them that I'm going to send them the money. And I send the money to them as like family and friends, you know? Because the thing is, there's a certain percentage that you must stay under when it comes to refunds and chargebacks with PayPal. I mean, not really chargeback, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a certain percentage that you have to stay under. So what helps that is that if you could get that customer to remove that dispute and you send them the money as family and friends, it just seems like a regular clean transaction. It doesn't seem like, you know, you're in that refund or that chargeback, you know, percentage or whatever. So that's one thing that I'm working on right now. I'm really going slow with this store that I have using PayPal. I'm not going to lie to you. I am back on PayPal, but I'm trying to have a different approach. I'm not going to lie to you too. Every day my heart is pounding because I feel like it's going to get shut down. But hey, we'll see, you know, how things go. You know, I've been trying to be as clean as possible as I can with PayPal. So to get into some Shopify stuff, I seen someone posted something up. Okay, struggling with your first sale. Okay, all right. So for people who struggling with your first sale on Shopify, remember, it could be a number of things. How did you ship out orders when they held you? Actually, when they held my money on PayPal, because there was some orders that I didn't get a chance to get to because I was unable to get the money. Like, I was really starting with nothing in my pocket. I'm not gonna lie. Like, on eBay, you know, eBay, that's one platform you really don't need money to make money. But of course, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of rules when it comes to eBay too. But when they end up locking my funds, I had to just let it rock. You know, I had to just let it rock. You know, I gave a good handful of people, you know, their products, but there was another good handful of people that didn't receive it. Some people definitely got their refunds, and some people just, I guess they was okay with not getting their product. I don't know, because I definitely got more money than what I expected to get based on the people who I thought would get refunds back for not receiving the product. But yeah, that's how that goes. But okay, so for people who struggling with getting their first sale, remember, I mean, I don't know if, you know, some of you guys was inside of my live yesterday. One thing that I'm telling you right now is that $5 a day on PPE ads, on engagement ads, you're rolling a dice. You know, you're not gonna really get you're not really gonna get as much data as you think you're gonna get with a $5 a day ad. Not saying it don't work, but it's not as effective as you think it is. You know, another thing, I would highly suggest to do worldwide campaigns. Worldwide campaigns, I mean, you will get a lot of traffic, but that helps build up your Facebook pixels too, because there's gonna be a lot of activities. But remember, if you're struggling with sales and you're testing products, doing a PPE, a $5 on PPE, or just a PPE in general only, remember that PPEs are not, well, engagement ads, for those who don't know what PPE is page post engagement or post page engagement. I hear a lot of people say it differently. But the PPE ad is made for engagements. Like, remember that. Remind yourself that An engagement ad is made for engagements. So if you set up an ad and you're not getting that much traffic, but you're getting a lot of likes, or let's say you're getting a lot of traffic. You're getting a lot of traffic, you're getting a lot of likes, you're getting a lot of comments, you're getting a lot of shares, but you're not getting sales. Remember, that ad is not really made to bring you sales. It's made for engagements. There's a chance that you will get someone to end up purchasing, based on how much they probably really like this product. But remember, this ad is not made to optimize for sales. That's why you will have people who will try to test products. Is a video ad and engagement. In a way it is. Because that's one of the reasons why, like, video ads, you're spending a lot less in a way, because you're spending per view. So it's easy to start having like start spending like 1 cent. Yo, what's going on all the way from UK? What's going on, man? That's why you end up spending a lot less on videos. Like every time you view, that count as like an engagement. But don't be afraid to even have a video running in your PPE too, But yeah, so what happens is, like I said, the PPE is set up for engagement only. So some people will get frustrated because they're not getting sales. They're not getting sales. Yo, Chris, man, I had this thing going for 3 days or whatever it is. You end up getting your first sale. Let's say you end up getting your first sale on this product. Then the next day, you don't get sales at all. And the following day after that, you don't get sales at all. Remember, the PPE is not made for that. It's not made for engagement. So this is one thing that I do, right? This is something that I'm going to be explaining in the free webinar that I'm having this Friday. For those of you guys who's not opt in for the free webinar, matter of fact, I'm going to put the web link webinar inside of the chat right now. Keys. Just copy and paste that to your browser so you could be able to opt in. I'm going to be doing a free webinar, and I'm going to be going very in-depth, like stuff that I don't really go too much in depth in on YouTube. But the thing is, one thing that I do, this is one thing that you could try if you are struggling when it comes to your budgeting, right? How much you're spending. I always try. Yeah, I'm going to have another week. Next week, I'm going to have the recording going for the whole week. And the week after that is going to be a paid recording. So if you want to get access to it, if you haven't got access to it and you want to get access to it after, the week after next, you will have to pay. But yeah, so man, I gotta stop getting off the topic. But let's say sorry. When you're doing your ad, this is something that you could do if you don't have, too much of budgeting. But I always try to run a PPE ad along with a web conversion ad for add to cart. For add to cart, I try to do a PPE ad. I do a PPE ad with a web conversion add to cart. Remember, that's 2 different campaigns that I'm running. 2 different campaigns. This is something simple that I'm telling you guys. This is something simple where you could get much more results than what you're probably getting right now. And not only that, I am doing a worldwide campaign on both. The same ad setup and everything is just that it's different campaigns. There's one campaign that's for a PPE, another campaign that is for a web conversion. Still targeting the same audience, still targeting the same worldwide. And remember, I always set it up for the ad to show up when it's in the area where it says placement, where you want your ad to show up. I only do on Facebook feeds, only Facebook feeds. So when you get to the placement section of your ad, while you're setting up your ad inside of that back office, when you get to placement, make sure you click on edit placement. Click on edit placement, and set it up so it could only show up on Facebook feeds. You want your ad to only show up in people's faces. You want it to show up only in the Facebook feeds. You don't want it to show up anywhere else. Let me see. I mean, of course, like they don't offer a lot of e-packets for around the world, but this is why you also put inside of your store, you know, for people who's, you know, outside of the US or whatever, it will take you, you know, 2 to 4 weeks or, you know, 3 to 4 weeks to receive your product. Like, you make sure you put that on your page so people could know, you know, that, you know, it's going to take, you know, a lot longer to receive their product. And I'm telling you right now, don't overthink it. People would still purchase. You know, I used to be one person that I used to be afraid of letting people know that the product is going to take them, you know, 7 to 12 days if they're within the US to receive the product. I used to never put it anywhere on my page. And this is one thing that I realized what was kind of stopping me from receiving sales too. Because, you know, if you have someone that's spending $5 or $10 on a product, you know, it's not really going to hurt them too much. You know, they're not really going to look at it like it's a big risk. But if you have a product that's costing about $50, $90, $100, as that person is in the process of putting that in their cart and reaching checkout, they want to see how long is this product going to take to reach to them. Because remember, they're pulling out a good amount of money that they're really risking right now, you know? So if I reach up in the checkout area and you don't have to place it in your checkout area, but if you don't have anywhere in your store that's letting me know how long I'm going to take to receive this product, and I'm spending like $100 on this product or $300, then I'm going to most likely pull back because I want to know, when am I receiving my product if I'm about to invest this amount of money in it, you know? So when you end up putting, you know, on, I always put it on my product page. I let people know, hey, please let 3 to 4 days so we could process your payment and give us an additional 7 days so for a shipment of the product or whatever it is, or 12 days, whatever you want to put. And I let them know worldwide, this is how long, you know, it could take 2 to 4 weeks to receive your product, you know, with the same, let us take 3 or 7 days to process your payment. I let everybody know that on the product page, you know, so when they do reach checkout, they already know, like, okay, I'm about to spend $300 on this product, but I know how long this is going to take. I'm willing to wait that long. I'm going to purchase this product. Versus someone who don't know nothing at all. All they see is that, you know, the shipping costs this amount of it, or if the shipping is free and they don't know how long it's going to take, you know, then that's when you end up getting hit with like refunds, especially if you're not communicating with the customers, letting them know, like, hey, we just processed your payment. Hey, your shipment is in order. Here's your tracking, or, you know, letting them on. If you're not telling them nothing, then it's going to be tough for you to end up getting yourself. That's something else that could hold you back from getting sales, is from you not letting them know these details sometimes. Let me check out these questions in here. Have you ever tried showing ads in Instagram? Yeah, I definitely. Actually, one of my first products that was doing well for me. Before I started to do separate campaigns that's only targeting Instagram, and having another campaign target Facebook only. I remember I used to have campaigns that would run that's targeting Instagram and Facebook, and I would get sales coming from Instagram. Like Shopify lets you know where the sale come from, like if it's coming from, like, what platform was it referred to, the sale was referred by, whatever. But I would get a lot of sales that will come in from Instagram, you know, as well. And even till now, sometimes if I'm testing the product and that product is doing well for me, when I set it up for only Facebook ads, I end up split testing it so I could see how would it do on the Instagram platform as well. Do you still charge shipping? Actually, I don't charge shipping on my products. On, I want to say at least like 98% of my products, I don't charge shipping at all. Like, it's most of my products, a large percent of my products is free shipping. Free shipping worldwide, free shipping, you know, domestic is just free shipping. Only time I'm charging on shipping is probably if I'm doing like a free plus shipping product, which I very rarely do now. I kind of stopped that, but you know, that's one thing that I do. Okay, so at what point do you switch to purchase conversions? Well, you switch to purchase conversions. Remember, a lot of people have different ways to approach the purchase conversion. So I don't want you guys to hear my way and you're like, nah, this doesn't make sense. Remember, I know people that they wait till they get 100 sales to finally start doing purchase pixels. I mean, like I said, everybody has their own strategy. Some people wait till they get to 20 sales. You know, my thing, what I do is during my testing phase, like I said, this is basic now, right? I have the PPE and the add to cart that's running, right? Let's say that, you know, by the third day, I start getting some sales, right? Or second day, I start getting sales. And of course, I'm going to let those ads run. Then I want to monitor it. I want to, like, I end up getting into purchase pixels probably after like a good 5-6 sales, you know, 5-6 sales, even 7 sales. You know, I let it run for an additional couple of days to see if the sales will be, you know, a little consistent and what is my cost per purchase too. And of course, going deeper in the data to see, okay, which age group is converting better, you know, which gender is converting better. And then after that, I'll end up fixing up a purchase, conversion to, you know, I'll probably duplicate the ad set, you know, probably throw it in this own campaign and then, you know, do a purchase conversion campaign so I could monitor, you know, the purchase pixels. Well, the purchases with that. Let's see, do you do 7-day? Oh, I do 1-day click. I do 1-day click. I don't do 1-day view. I mean, 1-day view and click. I do 1-day click. I do 1-day click. This is something that I've been seeing that was very effective for me from day one. And I also had, like I said, I have a circle that, you know, that is very successful in Shopify too. And this is something that, you know, even they were sharing with me that, you know, 1-day click, 7-day click is good too. But what I usually do sometimes, I would split test the 7-day click. Same ad, you know, 2 different ad sets or whatever, if you want to do it in the whole campaign, different campaign. But I have one that's for 1-day click and another one that's for 7-day click on, you know, on the ad. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's so much people, just like Ice is saying right now. He said that he knows someone that's making 200K on Shopify. You know, he's trying to get him on YouTube, but he don't want to get on it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Loading. I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen your name, I really thought your name was loading, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as in, like, it was loading up to show up. You got me, man. But just like Ice is saying right now, he knows somebody that's making 200K. Like I said, I know people that's making 6-7 figures, like 7 figures monthly on Shopify, but you don't see them on YouTube. They don't have a YouTube. They do like little events and stuff, but you know, they're not on here, you know. You break down your audience. No, if you have an audience with about 300,000 people in that audience, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not really a good amount to really, if you're trying to scale and do like some ridiculous numbers, 300K is not, unless if it's some super targeted audience, like super targeted audience that you know that will definitely convert, or maybe it's the product, but that's not really a good sizable audience to really scale big with if you're trying to scale big. If it is super targeted, then you could definitely scale with it, but you're gonna eventually run out. Unless if you're trying to do a whole bunch of retargeting and make them come in for maybe a related product and make them come in, to the store. So if I'm getting 10 sales a day on my first scale stage, nice. That's really good. I mean, man, kudos to that, bro. I know some people that's still struggling, it's not easy. It's not easy. So, okay, so you're making 10 sales a day, which is really good on your first scale stage. Okay, cool. So, are you already doing, I'm assuming you have purchased, hold up, was it you that asked the question about the purchase, pixels and stuff? Oh, no, it wasn't you. But yeah, man, that's good. That's really great. Definitely was breaking even, no profit at the mean. Okay, wow. My suggestion is to go into your data, go into the breakdown section inside of your ads, inside your ad manager. Go to the breakdown section so you can see where exactly is most of your sales coming from. Try to see where, if it's a specific gender or if it's a specific age, try to see where exactly it's coming from so you could be a lot more precise when it comes to the sales, because sometimes that could really help out to making you start gaining that profit with that as well. When you do worldwide, do you exclude any? Actually, yes. When I'm doing worldwide campaigns, I exclude India. Actually, I have a list of, oh man, I don't have it with me right now, but I have a list of different countries that I do definitely exclude out. But India and Indonesia is my top two. And the reason why they're my top two, because I get so much, I opened up a store probably this was like 2 months ago. About 2 months ago, the beginning of the year, I opened up a store, and I'm doing worldwide campaigns, and the product that was doing good for me was Facebook ads was optimizing mostly towards Indonesia, right? I'm getting a whole bunch of traffic from them and a whole bunch of activity going on in my store. Add to cart, reach and checkout, people are purchasing. But what happens was that as they're optimizing, more people are coming in and I'm starting to get sales, I started to get a whole bunch of high-risk orders, And I'm sending all of them back Then I'm scaling now because I could get real aggressive with my scaling. So I started off doing probably a good $100 and something a day. Then as I'm, like I said, I'm moving aggressive now, and I'm doing 500, 600, 700. But all of the sales that's coming in is high risk orders. I will, if I get, for example, if I get 10 sales for today, I will have a good 5 sales that's high order. I got a good 5 or 6 sales that's high risk. And eventually, especially if you have Shopify payments as your only merchant, they're going to cut you loose. They're going to be like, nah, we can't work with you. Even though you was giving everybody their money back or you refunding it. But, like I said, there's a certain percentage of, refunds and stuff that you have to stay under when it comes to some of these merchants. And they ended up just saying, yo, we can't work with you. You have to use a new merchant. I mean, good thing for me that I had a new merchant. I ended up blocking, for those who might ask, I was using authorized.net. I know there's a lot of people who usually don't get approved with authorized.net. They're one people that, they really look into credit and stuff and all that. So, but anyways, I ended up losing my merchant with Shopify for that store that I had, because they was like, your store is too high risk. You know, it was too high risk having all of these people from Indonesia purchasing. And yeah, I ended up just blocking Indonesia, you know, in general. I had to like redo my ads and everything. It was hectic. It was hectic. And how about this? After I touched up my ads and removing Indonesia from it, that product wasn't doing good for me. That's Shopify for you. All right, so let me see what else. Yes, I'm trying to promote MCA in Facebook. Do you have, okay, yeah, that is a little off topic. Hold on. Can you have more than one store connected to your PayPal? Honestly, right now, being that I just jumped on PayPal, I'm not gonna lie to you, I only have one store connected to it. I don't know if you could have more than one store. I never tried that before. I feel like you can. I mean, don't quote me on that. I mean, I never tried it. I don't want to just tell you, yeah, but you can. I never tried it. I only have one store connected to it. My other stores, I don't have PayPal on it at all. Right now, I'm just really just testing this. You know, every time I even talk about it, like I feel like I'm sweating a little bit. But nah, I never tested to see if you could put more than one store. All right, so to get on MCA a little bit, MCA, for those who don't know what MCA is, it's like a affiliate program. You know, you could definitely make some money from it. I'm not here to promote that, but Ice just asked me a quick question about that. I'm gonna answer it real quick and get back on some Shopify stuff. But the way you would promote MCA on Facebook, you know, Facebook do not like ads that says like, hey, work from home or you know, teach you how to make money. They do not like those ads. So sometimes a lot of people who do MCA, what they would do, they would have an ad like probably like a video ad saying like, hey guys, yo, check out this opportunity that, you know, that's helping me grow financially, whatever it is. And, you know, the typical, let's go to the bank, whatever, and you actually withdrawing money or whatever it is, or maybe you showing people your lifestyle. You could use like video ads like that, showing people your lifestyle, whatever. If you're on vacation, you know, hey, do you want to know how to live like this, da, da, da? You know, then you use that as like a bait. Remember, we're talking about MCA right now. Use that as a bait so you could get people to ask for more information. So you probably do something like, yo, if you want more information, drop down a comment down below, and or in the comments say info, and I'm going to send you additional info. Then once you see all of those people put info, then that's when you will send them individually, you know, more information about the MCA stuff. Remember, we're just talking about MCA that's not related to Shopify, but that's how you would kind of promote it on Instagram. That's what 99.9% of people do it on there. Okay, so what's the best place to drive traffic for Shopify store? I spent $60 yesterday on IG influencers and got one sale. Yo, yeah, man, this is that influencer stuff. We'll talk about that. Let me see what else is here. File taxes pay. Let's print off sales. Yeah, actually, that's what I do. One thing that I do is that I set up a certain percentage that I know for a fact that I will be paying in taxes. Like I even have my bank account set up like that. Every week it will take like a certain percentage and put in, but I always go into like, let's say Shopify or PayPal, you know, print out that back office stuff so you could really, you know, if you have like a, you know, financial advisor, somebody that's taking care of like your taxes, you know, to help you out with that. And make sure if you're doing a lot of sales on Shopify, I strongly advise get an LLC. Don't set yourself up. Get a LLC. I'm telling you right now, that will save your butt. Get a LLC, because remember, you could really do a lot of tax write-off, but you can, you know, for your business. For your business. I don't want to say anything that might harm me. Okay, so about the Instagram influencers, right? You know, that's a topic that you know people love hearing about, the Instagram influencers. And the thing about Instagram influencers is that a lot of people don't tell you the struggles that you could have with the Instagram influencers, you know. And I feel that you will get much more results doing Facebook ads than working with an Instagram influencer, because, not saying that they're not effective. Remember that there's only one main reason that I really advise someone to use a Instagram influencer, and that is if you're promoting a product that is very niched, like a very niche product. Like this is not a very niche product, right? It's just a bag, right? But let's say this was a bag that had poodles on it, right? Like pictures of a whole bunch of poodles, right? Now I can find a Instagram page that promotes poodles. I'm pretty sure I could find some type of Instagram page that has a whole bunch of poodles in it, you know? And I'll probably try to say, okay, let me test my product with these people, or with this page, to see if I can get some sales from it. But like I said, the Instagram influencers is not as easy. Can you make a lot of money with Instagram influencers? Once you find that right one that will bring you sales, you could do a killing. I know someone, probably some of you guys know him too. His name is Jay Rich. I think he has a YouTube as well, but on Instagram, you know, I know he uses, you know, Instagram influencers, and he's making a good load of money off the Instagram influencers, you know. I know some people try to run to Instagram influencers because they're afraid or don't know how to do Instagram ads. Yeah, the guy with the Tesla. I know a lot of people are afraid to do Instagram. Are afraid to do Facebook ads. So they think that Instagram influencers is like the easy route out. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to end up setting yourself up for failure, spending, you know, like something like that. An example like that, you know, this guy just spent $60 yesterday on Instagram influencer. You only got one sale. Something like that can discourage a newbie. You know, something like that could really discourage a newbie. You end up spending $60 on Instagram influencer. You only get one sale. Now you feel like, man, Instagram influencer is not working for me, and I don't know what I'm doing on Facebook ads. I'm done. You know, like, and this is why I say it's good when you find like a mentor that could really like steer you, because you're no longer really wasting money, you know. You should have sold fidget spinners while they was out. What's your view on promoting products and brand logo? Like Mr. Loading, when you say promoting products, name brand products with logo or characters on it. Okay, now when I know there's a lot of people that would love to sell a whole bunch of branded products, you know, inside of their Shopify store, because one, the product is already branded. Everybody knows about that product. So you might really get a very high chance of getting sales. Now, the risk about selling branded products, well, that's not yours. Let's say like Nike or something, right? The risk about selling those products is that, one, Shopify is going to contact you. If they end up seeing that you're selling that product, you're selling branded products, they're going to contact you. They're going to freeze your account if they're processing your payment. If they're the ones that's processing your payment, they're going to freeze your account, and they're going to ask you to send them documents saying that, you know, that company said it's okay, or do you have some type of reseller, you know, authorization, whatever. They're going to ask you that. Then after that, if you say yes, they're going to ask you for documents backing that up as well. If you can give them the documents showing that you're okay to resell these products, This is with Shopify payments now. They're gonna definitely let you sell. They're gonna unfreeze your account and let you let you sell the product. If you don't have a reseller authorization with whatever company that, product that you're trying to sell, let's say it's makeup, Kylie, or whatever it is, or, some type of Puma stuff. If you're trying to sell their product online and you don't have any authorization to sell it, you could probably set yourself up in a way where they could probably come after you, They could really come after you. I'm not going to be on here trying to recommend people to do anything. It's better for you to do stuff the right way. I do know that there is people out there that is selling branded products inside of their store. When I do bump into those people, I let them know that if you're selling branded products inside of your store, as in, like I say, like Macy, like Tommy Hilfiger or cartoons or whatever it is, just know that your store is going to be running temporarily if you're using Shopify payments. If you're using Shopify payments, your store is going to be running temporarily if it's not authorized. And not only that, if you're selling a boatload of it, like you're making hundreds of $1,000s off of these products, don't be surprised if these companies reach out to you and say, hey, it's either you stop selling the product or we're going to take everything you have in your pocket. So just watch out for that. If it's Dale's channel, he asks about a product that uses AliExpress shipping standard. The standard shipping with AliExpress. He asks, is it dangerous to scale with it? If it's a product that's doing you very well, like very, very well, I wouldn't be afraid to probably buy it in bulk. If you could find a warehouse there's a lot of actually, I'm going to be exposing some of that information too. There's some warehouses that ship for Shopify. Like if you have like a Shopify store, if you have a winning product that is definitely doing well for you, I wouldn't be afraid to invest in buying it in bulk so you could have not only a better shipping time, but it's going to definitely help you scale, Okay, so do I allow PayPal payments inside of my stores? Like I said, I just jumped onto PayPal, right now for one store that I have. No other store, just one store. I'm really just testing this out right now. I'm telling you right now, I'm just testing it out with this one store, but I'm currently using PayPal. I did. Okay, so you haven't registered your business yet. Did I register my business right away? When I first started off, I didn't register my business until like months later. Till months later, I registered my business. I didn't register it immediately. But as I went on now, every time I did open up a new store that I know for a fact that I was trying to do big with, I ended up, creating an LLC for it, But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't create an LLC for every store that I created. Like, I'm gonna tell you that too. Some stores was just like a testing store or whatever it is. Good. Kitchen products, no need. Okay, good. Site the use source here. I get most of my products from AliExpress. A large amount of my products come from AliExpress. Also, right now, I have a winning product that I'm getting this product from Amazon. I'm doing drop shipping straight from Amazon with my new product that's doing well for me. I found an Amazon vendor that's selling the product for the same price as my overseas vendor, and this person is in the United States, and I'm scaling in the US. So I know some people might say, "Yo, what will the person say if they receive the product and it has an Amazon box? Like, what would they say?" You want to know what I would say if I ordered a product on a site and I receive it in the Amazon box? Oh shit, I just received my product in the Amazon box. That's it. Like, that's it. I'm not going to look at the product like, oh, like, I got to send this back because it came from Amazon. Like, nah, like, don't be afraid. I ended up, exactly. I ended up, right now, I'm doing drop shipping from from Amazon, you know, with a product that's doing very well in my store right now. So, you know, you don't always have to depend on AliExpress. Remember, you have eBay, you have other sites that you could do drop shipping from. But, you know, that's some stuff. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I didn't even realize I'm going on over an hour. I'm gonna take like 2 more questions and out after I'm out. I really appreciate you guys, you know, engaging with me too. And thank you all for your support. You know, I used to, you know, I don't do much. This is my second live, you know, I'm now getting into this live stuff, but I might do this more often than I do videos. Cause there's so much that goes into these videos. I mean, of course I could just record a video, pass it on to somebody to edit. But sometimes I don't want the person to cut out some good information. Like, I could go on forever. Like, I do most of my editings by myself. So, and it's just annoying when you're editing videos. It's so annoying. That just shows you I'm not as much as a YouTuber that you think I am. But I give value, though. That's one thing I don't think anybody could deny. I give great value. All right, Theo, I'm gonna definitely check out the email. You know, I get flooded with emails, but I'll definitely check out your email. If I don't respond to you, that doesn't mean I'm ignoring you. It just means that, you know, I'm trying to get to it. All right, so let me see. Oh, is there? Yeah, there's gonna be. Oh, for this webinar, I don't know. I might leave it up for a day or two, but I'm gonna take it down. I'm not gonna leave up this live, but you know, you guys will have access to it. Yo, bro, how do we connect with you? More info. Okay, remember, guys, I have, you know, my Marketing with Keys Instagram that, you know, I be on actively. If you're trying to reach me, I also have, you know, my Facebook, you know, Chris Keys. Chris Keys, add me. Add me on my Instagram, guys. I just placed it inside right now, but you know, I have the Marketing with Keys inside there. I have Chris Keys for Facebook, and of course you have my email, guys. Let me put in my email for anybody that wants to email me with Keys, and also Marketing with Keys.com for anybody who has questions about what services I offer. You could go there. I'm, like I said, you already know me. I'm not a salesman, but you check what you want, what you're interested in, you know, email me and stuff. So that's everything. So all of the links is inside of the chat box right now. So if you want to just copy and paste it, you know, put it in your web browser, put it inside your, you know, your stuff, you could definitely do that. And also on Snapchat. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really active on Snapchat like that. Market But this is my Snapchat Market with Keys. I don't think it's marketing with keys. It's market with keys. But yo, guys, I think this is it. I'm about to get out of here. So hope you guys have a very productive day. You know, definitely still reach out to me if you have any unclear, you know, if you got some questions that's not, you know, that's kind of blurry to you right now. If I need stuff that you're struggling with, you know, send me something. You know, for the people who probably struggling on Facebook ads, if you got any ads running, if you want to send me some screenshots, I'm not going to charge you for everything. So don't be afraid to send me screenshots asking me, hey, you know, Chris, is this data? How does this look to you or whatever it is? I don't mind helping out at all. I'm not out here chasing anybody's pockets. But yo, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Chris Keys, I'm out of here, man.